help with this one. How can the founder of Latinas for Trump come out against him and say, when looking at the raids happening in LA right now, that this is not what they voted for? She said, I've been with him through thick and thin, but this is not what we voted for. How do you sit there as a Latina for Trump, as an organizer, as the president, as a member, whatever, and watch people holding mass deportation signs now and think that something like what we're seeing in LA that looks like a literal war zone, a country that is not the United States, that is not like the United States to me, and be caught off guard, then say this is not what we voted for? What did you vote for? Because that to me seems like exactly what you voted for. Now, you didn't think he was going to come for everybody? Is that what you're saying? Because the sign that says mass deportations now didn't say get out just the criminals. It said mass deportations. You trusted a snake. You trusted a fox. You got in bed with him. And now you're realizing that you were bitten. And you said, how could you? We trusted you. Why would you trust this? This is the same man who said Haitians were eating dogs and cats. There were Venezuelan gangs. He has made up lies about so many Latina groups. It's not even funny. So Latinas for Trump and Latinos for Trump and anybody else, any other Hispanic for Trump that wanted to vote for him thinking they were going to be safe and they were just going to get the ones behind me. Yeah, that's an FAFO to the highest degree. That is absolute just stupidity on your part. And I am so glad you are getting the day you voted for. This is exactly what we told you was going to happen. We knew he was not going to stop with criminals. He was going to go after anybody and everybody. And LA, these ICE raids in LA, that is just the tip of the iceberg that you have allowed to happen.
Now, she said, this is not what we voted for, State Senator Ileana Garcia said in a statement on Saturday. I have always supported Trump through thick and thin. However, this is unacceptable and inhumane.
Well, they did sign up for it, actually, and this is what I campaigned on.
You politicians that are saying this, I don't know if you are saying this because you're hoping to get points back with your community, with your constituents who know that you sold them up the river, but it's not going to work. One, this is what you voted for. Do you not remember when this man held a rally and there was one person there that he didn't like at the rally? So he instructed the group of people to beat that person up and drag them out of the rally?
Get her out of here. But there's a slob. There's a real slob.
If he does that with somebody at a rally, what do you think he would do with the people that he has labeled horrible things that he says don't belong in this country? Y'all did know this was going to happen. This is what you voted for. This is what you wanted. Because if you didn't want this, there was another clear option of somebody who was not going to do any of this. And the fact that you're the leader of a group called Latinas for Trump, that is Latin women for Trump, says it all. I cannot believe that you decided to put out this statement.
Breaking news right now, the founders of Latinas for Trump, Florida State Senator Ileana Garcia, is now coming out and blasting the Trump administration's immigration policy, calling it inhumane, the mass deportation efforts that the Trump administration has engaged in. This is a serious statement, and the dam is breaking as we speak. According to the Miami Herald, she said, quote, "This is not what we voted for. I have always supported Trump through thick and thin. However, this is unacceptable and inhumane." She went on to say that this undermines a sense of fairness and justice that the American people value. She criticized Stephen Miller, the White House Deputy Chief of Staff, who is really the architect behind this entire policy, saying they are now just as American, if not more so, than Stephen Miller, referring to her parents who came over from Cuba and are Cuban refugees. Folks, there is a dam, and the dam is breaking right now.
Oh, no. The co-founder of the Latinas for Trump campaign, she comes out and calls this unacceptable and inhumane, the mass deportation that's going on in LA right now and all throughout California. She calls it inhumane and unacceptable. And she also said, this is not what we voted for. What do you mean? Like, this is exactly what you voted for. You thought he was just playing when he was coming on there? Trump's new bill, Big Beautiful Bill, has a plan on deporting over 1 million people a year. That's the goal, the quota, the minimum 1 million people a year. He said this before he even got to office. Yes, Donald Trump is delivering on everything that he said he was going to deliver on. You got to give him that. We have lower taxes now by 2% or less, and mass deportation. I mean, that's what he said. He wanted to get illegals out of here because they're messing up the country and they're riding on the country's debt and all that. That's what he said. These aren't my words. These are his. So in the end, I don't know what she's talking about, saying this is not what we voted for. He literally made fun of Joe Biden and Obama for not deporting enough people.